I am very excited about today. You know why?
Hannah's back at school.
Hannah's doing homeschool again with us.
I'm really thankful that we have the option to homeschool or to send our kids to school. And I'm thankful that we can play around with it.
Yay, we missed you when you were at public
First
school.
day of school.
Now you get to join Zeke and I for school again.
It's Hannah's first day of school. Well, I've had the first day of school 3 times now. When we started homeschool, when we started public school, and when I'm back here today.
Hannah has been learning different things at public school than what we've been learning
Like
here for 3rd grade at home. And so I need to find a way to get her quickly brought up to speed on where Zeke is at with stuff.
I was like
So that they can kind of continue back on the same track together like they were before.
division while Zeke was still doing like multiplication stuff.
Yeah, but Zeke was learning other stuff that you weren't learning also. The key subjects that Hannah has to get caught up on, not caught up on, but get to where we were at, is math, and then first language lessons, with grammar. I think we're gonna try to do it in a pretty simple, easy way rather than making Hannah do all of the work that she missed.
Like just do the
There's
test.
math lessons that she can just watch here with the teacher, and so you don't have to do all the practice sheets. Maybe just watch the lesson and do the test. And if you do an 85 or higher on the test, then we'll just call it good, and you can go on to the next lesson. We've always homeschooled our kids from the very beginning. Sending Hannah and Hallie and the twins were the first kids that we've sent to school, and it was primarily because you were just feeling overwhelmed.
Oh yeah.
With medical things and physical things going on and postpartum things, and our family just needed to cut back.
Yeah, I needed to make some headspace for myself, even if that meant that my alone time was spent in the car driving kids around. I just needed it for a season to get some space, get some thinking time. I actually went and got my thyroid tested again today, and good news, my thyroid's doing much better, and hopefully we're gonna start weaning off of my thyroid medication. So that's huge news, and I was kind of expecting it because I've been feeling a lot better. It's been like 3 weeks now, I think, that I've been feeling like on top of things. I don't remember the last time I felt as good as I do right now.
What's going on down here?
I think that a snowball.
You making a snowball?
I'm making lots of snowballs.
Lots of snowballs?
Yeah, look at all of them. I made a toy supply.
Is mommy doing school with you guys?
Does it look like it?
Kinda? You started and then stopped, or what?
I'm working. No, I just got them something to play with, but I'm doing today's my office day.
Oh.
I'm trying to do some office work while we're playing goodbye.
You
Okay.
need to make the mascot.
Dan and I had a lot of conversations about should we bring Hannah and Hallie and the twins home from school this semester or next year or the end of the year or what, and we decided to bring the twins and Hannah home and leave Hallie. I like it, Chloe.
I'm making lots
And you're making a flat one, Karis?
No, it's a papa.
Papa?
One thing that I learned that is really good for me though is having a reason to have to get up in the morning. And I think that's one of my main reasons for keeping Hallie in school, is because that still gets me up and out the door every single day or 5 days a week. But it's also only half day kindergarten here. And I love that. I thought I would hate that in the beginning, to be like, oh, it's gonna break up my day and I'm gonna have to make sure I'm home and everything. But it was awesome because when Hannah started school, I really missed her. She was the only kid out of the house from like 8 to 4. And that gave us maybe 3 hours of a day with her each day. And that's not a lot of time. The last couple of days, I've actually contemplated what it would be like to bring Hallie home and for me to do school with her, because I honestly, like, the preschool and kindergarten age is my favorite age to teach. It's just been hard with Livia needing extra attention and everything. And so that's why I wanted to send Hallie to school, was because I knew, like, Livia needed so much more attention than I knew I could give, because at any moment her contact could get lost. And I didn't want to rob Hallie from all the learning that she's getting. And that girl is doing amazing with all the songs and everything. Like, she is a hoot, and I love when she comes home, like, sharing all the songs, and we get to dance and learn the new moves to them, and it's just a blast. But as much fun as she's having, she is asked so many times to be homeschooled. And it just breaks my little heart.
She comes to sit on my lap a lot when we're doing school. Just wants to learn whatever Hannah and Zeke are learning.
She does. She wants to be a part of it. And I think it's mostly because she sees her older siblings being homeschooled and spending that time with dad and just how special that time is. And so I had a little heart-to-heart with her and just talked about, you know what? I kind of want to keep you in kindergarten right now because I'm going to learn how to adjust with the preschoolers coming home. And it's only half day. So you get to go and then we get to spend the rest of the day together and we're having fun. Next year when you're in 1st grade, I'll homeschool you.
Measure 1 1/4 inches. Where would that be? We've been using TIMBERDOODLE's curriculum this entire year for homeschool stuff, and we still love it. We are so thankful that they provided this curriculum for us to use. The 3rd grade is the stuff that the kids are using, and it just makes it so simple the way they've laid it out. I've got this little graph right here, little chart. So this is everything we need to accomplish this week. This top part is the essentials. This is just kind of bonus stuff that we do. And the goal is we just need to have all of this done by the end of the week. So it's flexible in that different weeks the kids have different attitudes. Is your attitude for school great every single day?
Nope.
So some days are just bad attitudes, we don't get as much done, or we're busy with other things, and other days we can kind of blow through a lot of work. If we work solidly, like if we have 2.5 to 3 perfect days, we can get all of it done in like 2 or 3 days. You want to go back to working on math?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. If you guys are interested in learning more about TIMBERDOODLE, there's a link to them down below, and you can check out the 3rd grade curriculum kits and other kits that we've used for them as well.
I'm really thankful that we have the option to homeschool or to send our kids to school. I think they are both valuable, and I think for each family there is plus and minuses for both of them. And I'm thankful that we can play around with it and figure out what's the best fit for our family.
You guys have asked a lot of good questions in the comments of our previous vlogs. What is your favorite thing about public school?
I get some classes which we call at school specials. Those classes I don't necessarily get here at home, like art classes, music classes, technology classes, and stuff like that. But
we're gonna start working on getting you those classes, right? So we're gonna have a music teacher.
Mommy said that maybe I could go to after school events because my art teacher, my last day I had art lessons, he said that my mom could email him, and at after school he does after school art lessons, so I could still probably do art lessons with him.
And Hannah and Zeke are gonna start taking music lessons together.
With one of our friends,
with a piano teacher, yeah. And then the technology, what are you learning to do with videos and computers?
Yeah, that's probably what our technology is.
You learn to make your own videos and publishing them on our other channel.
Yeah.
One Family Team, link down below if you want to see Hannah and Zeke's videos. What is your favorite thing about homeschooling?
That I only have to do school for half a day.
Instead of the whole day?
That I can play more than I can at school because I only get like, what, 20 minutes of recess at school? And then I get like half a day off.
Yeah. The decision to pull Hannah out of school and homeschool her again was not an easy choice. You and I and Mommy, we talked about it a lot, didn't we? And what did you think was best?
I don't know.
You
Kind of like 50-50.
It was a really hard choice. I remember at one point you were like, well, I don't know. I like some things about homeschool, some things about public school, and I just want you and Mom to decide what you think is best. And so Mom and I went back and forth a lot, and then we asked you if it would be okay. We said, we think it would be better for you to come home and for you to be homeschooled again, and for our family and things. And
I kept going back and forth.
Yeah.
I don't know what I landed on though.
One thing that we are pulling Hannah out of school and bringing her back home for is because we want to make sure that we stay the main influencers of her heart. And I don't think the school captured her heart in just the amount of time that she was there, but I could definitely see how that could happen if she continued there for years or even a full year.
One of the big things that you said you really liked about public school is that you liked being able to see friends every day.
Yeah.
And when you're homeschooled, you get to see your family every day.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, get to see your family, where you spend most of your time with your family or most of your time every day with your friends. And there's a lot of good things that come from spending time with friends. And so we decided that we're gonna try to get to know your friends and their families at co-op more, so we can spend more time with them.
One of my friends at school, she goes to church with us, and Mom has her phone number.
So you're gonna get to
See both of them a lot.
More time with your friends as you get older. That's becoming more and more important for Hannah. So we're gonna make sure that there's more intentional times built in for Hannah to see friends and hang out and do stuff with other people's families. Hannah today actually got a lot of work done for your very first day back at homeschool.
4 tests today.
Yeah. She did about 1 month's worth of math in
One day.
an hour or an hour and a half or so. And all the tests, she got 100% except for one test.
Yeah, I got like a
an
95.
something like that. But she's doing good. So you just cruised through 1 month of math. One fun thing that we get to do with Hannah being homeschooled again is the Book It program. Pizza Hut does these free personal pan pizzas once a month for kids when they complete their reading goal. And both the kids way over exceeded their reading goal. You guys read lots of books. So Pizza Hut gives them free pizza and we're gonna go pick some up. Fun, good way to start homeschooling again. One thing that we thought would be a benefit to sending Hannah to school is that it would give Hannah and Zeke more space from each other. And so that the time that they did have would be tighter and more bonding because they would have more opportunity to miss each other. We learned that that's not the case. In fact, them being apart from each other didn't actually help their relationship at all. If anything, it probably just separated them more.
Yeah, I don't think their relationship got worse while she was at school, but it didn't change.
I missed her, and every time she came back from school, I was like, Hannah, what'd you do at school today? And she would tell me, and be like, oh, okay, nice.
I wasn't there while you learned it. I didn't get to see the light bulb moments.
No. And then it would be like, well, what do we do? And we'd tell her, and she'd be like, oh, well, that kind of sounds cool too. You know, we get to go out and do things with Zeke, and go do little trips and little things, and she'd be like, oh, so, it's just two different lives.
So I feel like right now my transition is learning how to get the house in order and running well and entertaining / doing school with the little ones. That way I can kind of get them in a good rhythm so that when I do start homeschooling Hallie, it won't be such chaos trying to figure out what to do with the little ones. And maybe I can give them some good training so when I do start homeschooling Hallie, then it'll be an easier transition. Things are changing. We're changing stuff around and it's gonna be good. And I'm excited. I'm excited about this year. I keep saying that on every single video.
You're excited about
I'm
lots of
excited.
things.